Oh, yes. Just looking at the best colleges for your money, 2017. Yes. A lot of these best colleges, Notre Dame, they have what's known as alums. Oh. Now, for all of the law schools that are ABA recognized and accredited, why don't you give me all your alumni? Yes. Because the thought was that since you have to be American Bar Association accredited, yes, and since I'm suing for the removal of the ABA, pooh, you're liable for the accreditation that they were giving to you. Now, I've emailed a lot of these law schools, University of Wisconsin, pooh, about the violating of the Constitution of the United States. Yes. The University of California at Irvine has one of the highest success rates in, oh, look at here, money's best colleges, Princeton University. Now, I did email one of the staff there in Princeton University. Phew. It's really going to cause a significant problem to be able to graduate. Yes, any student from any law school of the United States of America without some sort of accreditation. Now, since the bar associations of the individual states and the American Bar Association, yes, has refused to enforce the attorney oaths that are issued in each state, and each one of the states doesn't feel a compulsion to have to support the Constitution of this nation, I'm going to need to know every graduate of every law school of the United States, where you had the obligation of the accreditation of the ABA. Ew. Now, you say that you don't have any liability, University of California, Berkeley? Los Angeles. Stanford. Oh, California to Irvine. Then California at Davis. Ouch. Harvard. You know, Guido. For the last 3 years, I've been emailing those that are constitutional professors at ABA recognized institutions of higher learning. Yes, about the violating of the United States Constitution. Yeah. And they all said, we didn't have any liability. What? When you cause the removal of the accreditation institution that accredits you as an institution, because constitutional professors of this great nation don't feel the compulsion. I'm thinking, yes, that I'm going to have some say about the new requirements for accrediting every attorney graduated from every law school. Now, there's this idea. How much is it going to cost you? You understand what I'm saying, Guido? Guido! It's going to be a little more expensive. See, when law schools, yes, graduate those that are ABA accredited, yes, so they can sit for the state bar associations, right, so they can practice law as sworn oaths of office, yes, and every one of them had to support the Constitution of this great nation. I'm thinking that law schools are going to pay me a large amount of money because I'm going to sue them all. Now, let's say I had some say about how to reformulize the actual accreditation process of law schools in the United States, and it required a new federal department known as the Department of Law. Now, I can't obligate the White House to introduce a new cabinet position, but we have the Department of Education. Yes, we do. They're not supporting the requirements to educate American citizens when they know that my sons are in the wrong grades and have been in the wrong grades for the last 8 fucking years. Now, let's say Homeland Security. See something, say something. It looked to me that Janet Ann Napolitano, yes, former governor of the state of Arizona, yes, former attorney general of the state of Arizona, as a secretary, she did not feel a compulsion to have a liability for the appointment of being the secretary of Homeland Security. Let's go ahead. Now, these appointed positions of the White House, I was thinking about if the president called, yes, do I have to answer the phone? I only feel an obligation, yes, to have to speak to those, yes, that have purchased something from me. If I don't have your signature and date on an actual lawsuit, yes, on an actual contract for purchase, yes, if I don't have your signature and date on a document where I feel an obligation to help you with whatever purchase you might make, I do not have an obligation to answer the fucking phone.